Let's admit it, most of the time our birds hate us. But what if I told you that there is a whole world of love hidden within those feathers? Today we're going to find out all of the ways your bird loves you and all the loving things it does for you. Although your bird seems chill and happy, it probably still puts up with a lot of annoying behavior from your part. Even the most laid-back birds have their limits, but it does seem that the more your bird loves you, the more nonsense your bird is willing to put up with. In this video, we will talk about 5 human actions that your bird hates, but still lets you do them. Being picked up. Most birds do not like being picked up. It means that your bird is being restricted, and we all know birds love their freedom. But this is not the case for all birds. A parakeet who trusts its owner may learn to associate picking up as a gesture of affection, and even demand your cuddles. Lying on back. A pet bird that allows you to hold it while it's on its back means that it's really comfortable and feels safe in your hands. This is because lying on its back makes it harder for your bird to fly away quickly in case of danger. So it's a vulnerable position that it will only adopt if it trusts you enough. Loud noises. Your bird is a sensitive creature who can easily be spooked by sudden movements and loud noises. It will not appreciate loud laughs, yelling, or excited children running around. However, with time, your bird can become accustomed to your behavior and adjust accordingly. If your bird seems to ignore your movements and loud noises, and even feels safe enough to snooze as you go about your daily activities, it's a strong indication that you have won its heart. Sharing meals. When your bird is happy to take food from your hand, it shows a deep bond and a sense of belonging. This act shows its desire to include you as a valued member of its flock, expressing its love and connection with you. Face to face. Our pet birds don't like it when we put our faces near them because they perceive it as a threat. Even though your bird recognizes your face, the sudden presence of your large head within their personal space and their field of vision can trigger defensive behavior like trying to escape. But if your bird truly trusts you, it will be perfectly fine with your presence and might even try to preen your eyelashes like little Neo is doing here. We owners do everything we can so our feathered friends lack nothing. But our birds also show us how much they care for us every day, even if we often don't realize it. In this video, you will discover 6 nice things your bird does for you, but you ignore them. Emotional support. I'm sure we can all agree that every time we feel a little down, we always approach our birds for a pet or just to look at it. And that immediately makes us feel good. They bring us so much joy. Welcoming us. One of the first things your bird does for you is welcoming you with excitement when you come home. It may chirp and even flap its wings, but we often walk by without acknowledging its warm greeting. Entertaining us. Your bird is a natural performer and loves to show off its moves, from hopping around, playing with toys, or doing acrobatics. They try to entertain us, but we might not always take the time to enjoy their playful displays. Wake us up. Your bird may also serve as your alarm clock, waking you up with its chirps in the mornings or reminding you to take breaks during the day with its playful distractions. Being there for us. Your pet bird can also make your daily activities more enjoyable, whether it's working from home or cooking in the kitchen. Your bird may want to be right there with you. It may perch on your shoulder, chirp along, or just observe with curiosity. Teaching us. Since we got our birds, we just got so much smarter. and know a whole lot more than the average person, from different species and breeds to the psychology of taming birds. As a pet bird owner, it's important to understand that your feathered friend has unique needs and desires that you're not always aware of. To make sure your bird is never sad because you didn't pay attention to some things, here are 5 things your pet bird wants you to do every day. Provide daily variety. Your bird is a very smart creature that needs mental stimulation to thrive. I like to give my budgies a fresh branch of eucalyptus every week or so. You can also combine that with changing their perch position often, offering new vegetables and herbs, and hanging new toys to make your bird a little more energized and excited to start the day. Provide natural light. Your bird must have exposure to natural sunlight for its physical and mental well-being. Some bird species can die from staying too long in the dark, and some bird owners like to stay in the dark and don't appreciate it when their rooms are exposed to sunlight. So it's important that your bird has access to natural light every day. A great way to do so is placing your bird's cage near the windows. Provide quality time. Your bird craves your attention and companionship. Don't forget to spend quality time with your bird every day for several hours, talking to it, playing with it, and even just staying around it while you're reading a book or on your phone. Provide a clean environment. Your bird is super sensitive to its environment. Make sure its cage, perches, and toys are always clean and free from any debris or droppings that could harm its health. Many owners tend to miss out on droppings that fall down into their bird's water, and that's the #1 way to get your bird sick. So always pay attention to what's going on in and around your bird's cage. Provide time for exercise. Your bird needs regular exercise to maintain its physical health. Provide it opportunities to stretch its wings, fly, and explore in a safe and supervised environment. A great way to get your bird to explore is to set up a playground a little farther from its cage, so your bird will have to fly from its cage to the playground and so on. That way, your bird will get an opportunity to stay in shape. Many birds that choose a partner or a mate choose it for life. It sounds romantic, but most birds stick together not because of undying love, but for practical reasons. They rather survive side by side with a mate they already know and rely on. These are 5 ways birds love each other. Non-stop preening. The first and most obvious sign that your birds are in love is when they're preening each other a lot. Birds obsessively care for their feathers. They preen constantly throughout the day, but there are spots that are not easily reachable, like their head for example. So when you notice your bird scratching and preening, they do this because they really care for each other. Eating together. Another sign that your birds are in love is when they eat at the same time. If you see your birds eating together all the time, this means they have the same eating habits and they like to arrange a sort of a date. It just feels better to eat with another person instead of with yourself, right? Regurgitating. When birds love each other, they won't only eat together but will also regurgitate. Regurgitating is the process of the parent bird feeding their chicks, and is kept as an affectionate habit as they grow older and want to show their love and care towards one another. Here is Neo feeding Billy after she went through a stroke and could not eat on her own. Sticky couple. Loving birds, just like humans, want to be close to each other all the time and all day long. If you've noticed your birds are sitting on the same perch very closely and also hang out together while they're outside their cage, or even while they're sleeping, It shows that they really trust one another, and it makes them feel safer and better with each other's presence. Other rituals. Another way to find out whether your birds are affectionate with their mates is when they would sing and bob their heads towards each other. It's usually a ritual that males do for females, but it can also be the other way around, or even males to males and females to females. Birds are incredibly intelligent, which means they can even play with and tease their friends. They love to show off and attract their mates by hopping back and forth and chirping at the same time.